The Cowboys were getting it done. It was going to happen. But for Anthony Davis wanting out of New Orleans, he played for the Pelicans at the time, and Mickey Loomis, the common link between the two teams, didn't want to be responsible for both guys leaving. Payton would have been the Dallas coach as of 2019. So that is going to continue to hover over third-year Cowboys coach Mike McCarthy. He was asked about job security yesterday. McCarthy said, "It's irritating. The first question you ask me has nothing to do with how I do my job. I show up every day for work to win a championship. How do we win today? That's what I'm asking. My viewpoint is it's not a story. It's a media-driven narrative, or at least a narrative driven outside my realm." It is driven outside his realm. It's driven within the realm of Jerry Jones and Sean Payton. Look, the planets are lining up in a way that if Jerry Jones is ever going to hire Sean Payton, it's going to be this year, after this year, because someone else is going to after this year. Someone is going to fire their coach with the idea of hiring Sean Payton and knowing in advance they're going to get him after this season. So if the Cowboys are ever going to do it, they're going to do it now. And Mike McCarthy, all due respect, you knew or should have known when you took the job that Jerry Jones has a long-standing infatuation with hiring Sean Payton. And here we are. So he can be upset. He can be unhappy with the question, but it goes with the territory of being the Cowboys coach when Jerry Jones almost hired Sean Payton 3 years ago.
Yeah, it is a little bit. I don't think you're wrong there. I think Mike McCarthy probably didn't see Sean Payton leaving the New Orleans Saints anytime soon either, to have to deal with it maybe quite the way he has. But, the reality is, for any coach that is on the hot seat or in the conversation of, wait, we might replace him after the season's over, Sean Payton's name is going to be at the top of the list for every one of those freaking teams. Sean Payton is he's a Hall of Fame coach, in my opinion. I mean, he's one of the best there is. He's one of the great offensive minds, and he understands how to run the whole organization. So that's where it's special. I mean, the Saints have been really good for a long time. That's because of Sean Payton's, offensive prowess and his brains and everything there, but his ability to evaluate players and build the team the right way. So he's going to be like the shiny diamond that every owner is going to want, that's thinking about. And then there's Mike McCarthy, who, yes, there's questions, of course. Yes, we know that. Game management, team hasn't played as good as maybe, Jerry Jones thinks it should have in certain moments. And then I think when you add into he's not even the play caller for the offense, that's Kellen Moore, those things don't help him out either. So I got great respect for Mike McCarthy. He's done a lot of things that are really good. But, man, Sean Payton's special. I don't know any other way to say it.
2 points real quickly, and then we got to take a break. One, when the last thing that happened to conclude the most recent season was that poorly executed, poorly coached quarterback draw that allowed the clock to run off, you can't walk into the next season thinking you're off scot-free. And second, as to Payton, here's the thing to consider. Barry Jackson, the Miami Herald, had something within the last week or two. The three factors for Payton are warm weather, good roster, and final say over personnel. And I've seen some suggest that you just take the Cowboys out of that equation because Jerry Jones is never going to give Sean Payton what he wants. He was going to hire him 3 years ago.
Yeah, he is for Sean Payton.
Whatever it is that needs to be worked out between Jones and Payton, it's already been worked out 3 years ago. It's just a matter of going back to that point. And again, I understand the other people aren't going to report it because it's not their story. That's the way this game works. Like so many, it's fine. Act like the story's not real because you didn't report it. But it helps supply the background for what's going on coming up this year. It's going to be like snapping your fingers to get Payton and Jones back on the same page. And Jones is trying to downplay it because he wants to give Mike McCarthy a full and fair opportunity to prove that they shouldn't go get Sean Payton.
Yeah, I mean, Jerry Jones, I do believe he wants this to work for sure. He's been loyal, for the most part to his head coaches. Wade Phillips probably feels a little differently about that conversation. But, I think as a whole, you look at Jerry and you could say that. I don't think he's looking, to just, abandon a big-time hire in Mike McCarthy. But, yes, as we've talked about, he's getting up there in years. He's desperate. And Sean Payton, is just, he, to me, is on another level to where, hey, there's going to be things about the Cowboys job he's going to like. There is a lot of talent on the football team. But at the end of the day, if Jerry Jones and Sean Payton get together and they're talking about, but Jerry Jones is not going to win those arguments with Sean Payton. That's not. Sean Payton's going to go there, and he's going to be the guy that has last say on the roster. He's not going to go there and go, I'm going to let the Jones family pick. I'll just coach the team. There's no way that's going to happen.
And Jones will listen to him.
Right.
Payton's probably the only guy Jones will listen to.
Probably. Exactly right. There's probably a very short list of guys that he actually would listen to. You're right, and Payton is one of those guys.
I'm glad you mentioned Wade Phillips because his handling of Wade Phillips underscored a very important point. He did the same thing with Terrell Owens. Jerry Jones will completely and totally and unconditionally and unequivocally support you until the moment he decides he doesn't anymore. And that moment can come anywhere, anytime, any place. His reasoning for now is, let's go all in with Mike McCarthy. He fully and completely and totally supports him, and he will do so until the day that he no longer does. And then he hires Sean Payton.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.